Hey, what's up, guys? Omar here, broker and CEO of Alden Mortgage and OMA Realty. So this is going to be your mortgage rate update. And then also, you're going to be in such a good surprise coming this tax season. You're not, actually. We're going to lose a lot on our tax refunds. It's going to be a shock to a lot of you. We're going to lose a lot. I'm going to tell you what we're going to lose, what tax credits we're going to go ahead and drop down to, and by how much we're actually going to drop. As far as the refund you're going to get this upcoming 2023 when you file your taxes for 2022 and 2023, how much you're actually going to drop, what is actually going to drop, and then also the new tax brackets based off of income. But let's get on with the mortgage rate update. And mortgage rates are not good. And by all means, I'm going to go ahead and give you the mortgage rate update, but I'm not one to go ahead and blow hot air up anybody's, whatever, right? I'm going to go ahead and let you know on the adjustable rate mortgages, even though I would love to do everybody's mortgage in this entire world, I will not lie to you that I am not the lowest on adjustable rate mortgages right now. I went and I saw, as far as the big banks, I saw Wells Fargo, I saw JP Morgan Chase, etc., credit unions and everything like that. On adjustable rate mortgages, because these are still subprime loans, these guys are just killing us. I'm not even close. So if you did want to get an adjustable rate mortgage, I'm not your guy. I will help you shop around. I will show you exactly where to go and who will be the best bet. But on the other ones, as far as FHA 30-year, the high balance, those ones I am lower. I am definitely lower. But just side note, on the adjustable rate mortgages, jumbos, I am not even close to being able to touch any of these big banks. Now, for instance, these are all depository institutions, right? They're lending out other people. They're leveraging the deposits that they have against the credit that they or the debt that they're trying to sell, right? So the mortgage, they're not. Let's just face it, before I go into too much of a deep explanation to it, everybody's getting desperate. Business right now for the mortgage industry, for the real estate industry, at least for me. Maybe somebody out there is killing it. Maybe other people are doing great. I do know Wells Fargo dropped their total mortgage percentage by 90%. 90%. They're starting to lay people off. JP Morgan Chase is trying to lay people off. And I'm only giving you the big banks. Bank of America is not going to do any layoffs. A guy, Brian Moynihan's pretty smart dude. He's just saying the natural course of layoff, people just leaving the company, he's just going to go ahead and let that happen without hiring new people in. So he's just letting things happen as they go along without hiring any other people. So he doesn't have to go ahead and do any layoffs, but the other companies do, because in the past couple of years, we did something crazy where we started hiring a bunch of people because we needed help. Which the moral of the story is whatever you do in life, whatever it is that you do in life, unless you have one of the most secure jobs out there, and I don't know, but even in the finance world, it's really important to just work for yourself as much as you possibly can. Don't be dependent on somebody else building their business, because you are only as good as a production that they are able to go ahead and provide at that very moment. After that, you're just kind of screwed. But now that I got off this little rant and I'm got a little off topic here, let's go on with the mortgage rate update as of 12/12/2022. 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.67%. 15-year fix will be sitting at 4.90%. 30-year I balance will be sitting at 5.69%. DSCR, which is a debt service covered ratio loan, that'll be sitting at 8.75%. Bank statement loan will be sitting at 8.68%. FHA 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.19%. 7/6 adjustable rate mortgage will be sitting at 6.03%. USDA 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.25%. VA 30-year fix 5.28%, and hard money fix and flip will be sitting at 9.85%. You see a distressed property, you want to go ahead and flip that sucker, burn, turn, and do all that stuff. There you go. That's the one that you do. That's usually short-term loans. You want to get in, get out, because it's a short-term loan. It's really high. You don't want to stay into it, because not only do we pay on our side, then you have hard money points that you have to pay. You don't want to deal with that too much. I left my little heater thing on. Let me go ahead and turn that guy off. I like to stay really hot. I don't like the cold at all. And here in Los Angeles right now, it's freaking ridiculously cold. But let's get on with the tax. And by the way, if you were interested in any one of those mortgage products, for 0% listing on selling your current home, 50% commission rebate on purchasing your next home, or any of those mortgaging products that I just listed, and much more, from construction loans to land loans to, I don't care. If it's something that you could lend money to, I will go ahead and help you out. Link in the description below. But let's go on with this tax credit, the income tax. We're going to get your refund check, how much you're actually going to get. Now, everybody knows in the past 2 years, everything was getting stimulated, right? It's not a big song and dance here. Everybody knows it's getting stimulated. Plus, remember those $1,400 checks that you got? You got one in the beginning, and then you got another one for each additional dependent that you had in your family. So you could have got, like, if you had two of them, would be $2,800, and then so on and so forth, however many kids that you might have had, right? So a lot of people didn't end up getting it, right? So they, instead of giving them the $1,400 stimulus check, you were able to go ahead and use that as a tax write-off. Well, now that most of that stimulus is done, all of that is out, that is one less tax credit that you don't have. Now, don't be surprised whenever you do get your tax refund check, because it is going to stuck. Now, the things that they are also, the reason that it's going to go ahead and slow down is because part of the reason for the big dip is the refunds is due to the expiration and most of the pandemic benefits that were passed during the height of COVID, right? At the height of COVID, that's when everything was just kind of lowering down. Now, what's going to go ahead and drop is going to be in 2022, the average. Okay, so this is what everybody was pretty much on average getting. Some people more, some people less. The average was at $3,200, which is about 14% higher than it was in 2021. Now, in 2021, we were getting we're getting a pretty decent amount of tax credits. Your earned income tax credits were really, really good. But now that the stimulus checks have ended, everything has ended. The child tax credit has ended. Some tax credits, like the child tax credit, will still exist, but for the most part, it is dwindled down to nothing. So this is what has went ahead and dropped. During the pandemic, the credit was $3,600 for child tax credit. This year, $2,000. So that's a $1,600 per kid that you are going to go ahead and drop. A big change was $8,000 per year for a child and dependent care credit that you got. That dropped down to $2,100. The credit allowed for low to moderate income workers without kids to receive a credit of $1,500. Well, that dropped down to $560. Now the average refund from the $3,200 that you did get is going to roughly be about $2,400 to $2,500 on your refund check for this upcoming 2023 year for your 2022 checks. So that's going to be a pretty size. It's not like we can't even catch a break. This inflation thing is kicking everybody's ass. Now we're going to get lower tax refunds. Nothing is happening. Mortgage rates are dying. People are getting laid off. I don't understand anything anymore. They're saying the economy is doing good. Inflation is doing awesome. The job market. No, you know what's happening? What's happening is that we had a bunch of unemployed people, right? That were collecting unemployment. Now that the unemployment, this whole pandemic unemployment thing is over, everything is over, most of those people, even if they wanted to go ahead, even if they are still unemployed, they cannot get unemployment because they have exhausted their unemployment reserve. Just so you know, that's why. And then they say, oh, the job market is doing great. We're at 200 and something thousand jobs out there. No, we didn't. We didn't add 260 something thousand jobs out there. You know what we did? What we did is we just filled the positions that were empty in hotels, in leisure, cruise ships, restaurants, all of these jobs that were like completely taken a big hit before. That's where we're at. But let's get on with your new tax rate, your federal tax rate that you're going to be getting based off of your taxable income. Now, single, I'm going to go ahead and do single, but you could go ahead and pause this anytime you want. I'll pop it up here. I'm just going to go with single. There's married and blah, 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 blah. But if you make up to $10,275 and below, you're at 10%. $41,775 and below, till that 10,276 threshold, that's 12%. Up to 89,000, 22%. Up to 170,000 from 89,000, 24%. 32% federal tax rate of 215,000 to 170,000. 35% will be from 539,900 at the peak down to 215,951, and then 37% anything over $539,000. Now, majority of people are making that much. I mean, unless of course you're a W-2 employee and you're getting a salary. Most people that high income, we don't worry about taxes that much. Taxes, we show losses on every single thing that we do. That's why Jeff Bezos shows zero income tax. That's why Mark Zuckerberg shows zero income tax. That's why, and I'm just giving you popular people, right? Because people who have money aren't that stupid. We're not that dumb to go ahead. Unless, of course, you are Elon Musk, which Elon Musk did pay the most taxes any single person ever paid in taxes. Now, I don't know if this is a showboaty type of thing. I don't know if he's just doing this for, like, it was unnecessary why you had to do it. Because the tax laws are set. Because if we find a loophole in the tax laws, that's not our fault. It is already there. It's sitting there. We just do exactly what we're allowed to do as far as tax write-offs. That's why we buy big cars. That's why we go ahead and depreciate. That's why we do lease buyback, or not lease buybacks, but lease backs to ourselves from business back to us. So we show an offset. Now, these are just with cars. You could do it with homes. You could do it with just about everything. And then worst case scenario, just go ahead and dump a whole bunch of money into R&D. That's why we have 1031 exchanges, because we are a real estate channel, and we go ahead and defer taxes on 1031 exchanges. And even if you don't do that and you have some sort of capital gains problem that you're doing, well, we just take loans out on a property so we don't have to worry about capital gains. So like, for instance, if I have a property that I have, let's say, zero, it's paid off free and clear, and I paid $500,000, and now it's worth $1 million. So I have $500,000 that I'm going to make off of that property, right? If I'm going to make $500,000 off of that property, no problem, it's okay. I will go ahead and take a loan out for $800,000. That'll put me at 80% loan to value. I'm going to go ahead and sell that property. Guess what miraculously happened? No capital gains. Dump that money back into the new property if I'm willing to selling and buying another one. That's only if you're selling and buying another one. These are all things that everybody that has a little bit of common knowledge in any type of real estate. I'm not a tax guy. I don't know, but I have tax guys that deal with all of this. This is stuff that everybody does. Or you build a nonprofit, build another business that you dump money into another business that shows that has a loss. People do this all the time, every single day. This is my job. I do this for a living. I look at taxes all day. Incredibly high net worth people. And I'm not talking about M's. I'm talking about B's. Billions. I see exactly what a lot of people do. And it is the nature of the world that we live in. But that's going to be your mortgage rate update. Sorry about the little rant right there. But for up to 50% commission rebate, 0% listing on selling your current home, or any mortgage assistance, a link in the description below. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that other good stuff. Till next video, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Peace.